churl, silly Billy Hilly churl. Woo! When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight. What a bummer. Lightning! Let's bolt! One client, two clients, three clients.
Aha, there you are. Good to see you. Your appointment with Sangonomiya is fast approaching. We should get going. Are you ready? We'll start by heading to the camp on Watatsumi Island, and then we'll go meet Her Excellency together from there. If you start to feel seasick at any point during the trip, let me know straight away. That said, you've spent time with the Crux fleet in the past, so I think you'll probably be fine. Ready? And away we go! here we are, the training grounds for Watatsumi Island's troops. Right now, the resistance is predominantly made up of local soldiers from Watatsumi Island. Some of them are fighting with the Shogun's army in Tatarasuna, and some of them are stationed here on the island to keep the locals safe.
Did you used to train here too?
Yep. Unfortunately, I had to join the fight in Tatarasuna before I'd had the chance to impress the instructors, so they had me start off by helping in the logistics division. I'll be staying here for now. If you need me for anything, just come here. If I'm not around, just write a note and stick it on the wall. As soon as I see it, I'll come find you. Shoot! It's nearly time for the appointment with Her Excellency. I'll have to show you around Watatsumi Island some other time. For now, let's get ourselves over to Sangonomiya.
So, Sangonomiya is the name of the place where Sangonomiya Kokomi lives? Huh. Let's go check it out.
It's too high up. I can't go there.
Take it easy.
Food supplies are the absolute top priority, period. We cannot afford any losses. With the conflict between us and the Shogun's army getting more intense by the day, we must prioritize the stability of the rear guard.
Understood. I will think of a way.
Take heart. We have a fresh batch of supplies in hand, and I'm working on expanding the army. I appreciate that the lack of manpower has been hard on all of you, but things are going to get better.
We're expanding the army? Oh, that's great. Whoever this mystery supporter is, they're doing us a great service. Huh? Teppei, what are you doing back on Watatsumi Island? Might I ask who? Oh, really?
Seriously?
You've come a long way. Your Excellency, I'll take my leave.
Your Excellency, I couldn't help but overhear Okubo mention something about a third-party supporter? What was that about?
Not long ago, someone wrote to me saying that they wish to support the Watatsumi Island resistance effort. To that end, they also furnished us with a great thanks to them. We can finally start recruiting troops on the scale we need to openly confront the Shogun's army on the front line. I am not without my doubt the sender's conditions were whatever other motives they may, naturally.
Your Excellency? That's fantastic.
I understand how I will discuss this. However, when will the That's the question. The mere existence of the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryo Commission, I suspect the Vision Hunt Decree won't, Traveler. To confirm, knowing the current situation facing what the good, I hereby appoint.
Whoa, what? Swordfish too? It's hard enough getting into a special ops unit at the bottom.
Although this appointment breaks with convention, I firmly believe that with your wisdom, courage... Great! So when do we take... The members of Swordfish have already written your appointment, the special ops unit...
I want to make a contribution to the...
Of course. I'll arrange something and brief...
All right! One successful operation coming right up!
Okay, sure! Well, be careful out... Well, Traveler?
you must be the new captain of Swordfish 2. Her Excellency briefed us in advance. Your reputation I'll be straight with you.
You mean...
Normally, a duel would be the quickest way to settle the We're stationed here because of all the Ronin causing trouble in these parts. If you can...
Oh, right!
It's a lucky day.
Gotcha.
Strike a pose! Steady Go!
To the fairy. To the fairy.
Okay, seems like you can hold your own. The rumors are exaggerations, of course, but still, your abilities are admirable. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kotoku, acting captain of Swordfish 2. This is Yoshihisa, a fellow veteran of the team. I now formally cede the position of captain to you. Swordfish 2 awaits your orders.
There are 2 hard-hit areas. This was one of them, but thanks to you, this area is now secure. Their only remaining stronghold is located at the shallows on the east side. That said, the ones over there are tougher, and there's more of them.
You got that right. Watatsumi Island is busy fighting the Shogun's... There's so many of them!
That's not even all of it. Whichever camp we attack, it's the Ronin in the other. But Captain, if we spread our troops too thin, we won't...
Yep, the Traveler eats image...
All right then.
Let's get down to business.
Quietly now.
I must leave no... Shower me with that...
Very high.
Time to go! Time to clean up!
Busted.
This.
That should be the last of them. You didn't get hurt, did you? Cool. Paimon wonders how everything is going with Kotoku and Yoshihisa. Should we go over and check on them?
Captain!
Captain, the other 2 camps have been...
Great! We solved the Ronin problem and got everyone to look after us, too. But what's next? Let's go back and check with Coke.
Finally, we got it done. These Ronin have been bugging me for ages.
What? No way could you...
Oh, come on. You're...
Hey, cut these guys. Honestly. Forget them. How was it? Did your initiation go smoothly? I'm sure you're playing it down a little. Kotoku and the others put you through your paces, I presume. But with your level of ability, I'm sure it was a walk in the park. Since you're back, I take it that the Ronin are now gone from Watatsumi Island? You bet! Good. Now we thank you. I believe in rewarding merit, so you will be compensated for your hard work. I gave him an assignment. He's taking part in a surprise attack against the Shogun's navy. He expressed a desire to be on the front line, so I honored his wishes. Now, speaking of assignments, I have a special mission I'd like to give. special mission? Yes. In between Watatsumi Island and Tatarasuna, there are some ruins relating to a god who fell in the Archon War. There are several small islands there, often used as a transit point when transporting supplies. Recently, however, supplies stored there have started to go missing for no obvious reason. Stranger still, the Resistance army passed by and reported they found no signs of danger. It's not urgent, so when Teppei returns... Is Teppei really gonna be okay? He has a tendency to dive into action without thinking things through. Oh, Paimon can't help but feel a little worried about him. Oh, why don't we go wait for him at the training grounds?
Long time no see. So, how's Swordfish 2 treating you? Getting along okay with everyone? Well, your raising their pay will boost morale, while giving them a few bounties will act as an incentive to go the extra mile. It's all...
Wow,
I read it in a novel from the iPod.
You're seriously gonna...
Ha-ha! That's where you underestimate me. You'd better believe it. Thanks to my outstanding achievements in the recent naval battle, it's a brand new unit. Herring 1. What do you think? Pretty awesome, right? I spoke to Her Excellency, and she says our uniforms are in production. Let's go collect them together once they're ready.
Will Paimon get a uniform?
Of course. You're a
Captain, a new assignment has come in.
Thank you, soldier. You'd better watch out, partner. I wouldn't be so confident if I were you. I'm at the top.
Paimon's so surprised that Teppei's been made a platoon captain. He must have been working super hard. Let's take a break then.
It's raining again? This isn't good. If the rain washes away the traces, it's gonna set us back a long way.
This should be the place. But Sangonomiya was right. Doesn't look like anything suspicious is going.
Behold.
Could they be hiding? Let's see what we can find. These electro monuments look a little suspicious. I summon thee!
it's over now. We should probably get going.
I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. I figured I'd stop.
Are you alright there, buddy?
I'm fine. It's nothing. On my way past, I heard that someone had just. If there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero.
Pepe, don't you think there's...
Now that you mention it, it could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess. We're not that far away from Orobashi's remains.
Orobashi?
A god. Look, there's the corpse.
Ah! It's a gigantic snake skeleton!
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. The Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also formed what later became known as Musojin Gorge.
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in...
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. Since Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do when Orobashi attacks civilization. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hunt decree, alright, I'm heading back. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Don't stay here longer than you need to. Being around the Tatarigami too long won't do your health any good. Hey,
Pepe's sure made some big progress if he's already dealing with Shogunate samurai. Paimon can hardly... Let's report back to Kokomi.
Take it easy. This blinding sunlight is such a pain. No way I can get a nap in this one.
Kokomi, we're back! Oh, look, Goro's here too! What happened? They look so serious.
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
I haven't had the chance to do a full count yet.
Kokomi, Goro,
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging. I called them in for questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt decree. They've been using these new...
So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But Risky's Goro, have you managed to acquire...
Oh, most of the officers refuse to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get one.
Do you know something about this?
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui?
But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now, we need to inform the whole army to cease using their delusions immediately. All soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment. I just hope we'll be in...
Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers, no! Let's go check on him.
Oh. Hey, guys. What are you doing here? Just a moment. Let me get up. Ugh. It's weird. I don't know. Oh, right. Yeah. I haven't had time to give you the full details. Well, fighting the Shogun's army at sea, taking on Shogunate samurai all by myself, rescuing my comrades from an ambush. If only I were stronger still. They gave it to me. It's just illusion. So, what's the difference? Gosh. Well, I suppose it's not too surprising that a mysterious... I've been getting more and more tired over the past few days. At first, I'd find I was a little... This is a real shame. Guess I didn't receive the favor of the... Hey, would you do something for me? When our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. Bring it back here. What's that look for? Don't worry, partner.
Tepe. Hey, where are you going? Hey!
How's Tepe's condition? I have put out the order to seize all delusions. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, sadly.
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but they still intend to keep using...
Okay. I'll leave you to deal with the situation. This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. If the Shogun's army attacks now while we're scrambling to recover, what are your thoughts? No, it's too The Sakoku decree is still in force, so their delusions must be produced within Inazuma's borders. To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge amount of man. If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. But it's sure to be heavily guarded. It's dangerous to go alone.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. The Fatui are sure to take notice. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans.
Very true. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big. Not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where I'm not going to stop you. But we have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you too.
Huh? You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
It's raining again? This isn't good. If the rain washes away the traces, it's gonna set us back a long way.
far. An unfortunate fall.
So, is this what delusions are made from? There's so much crystal merit. Where have we seen that? Wait a second! Are they getting this from Riku? So the Conjure Commission are... Yikes! It looks dangerous! We'd better watch our step or we might get hit!
Intruder spotted! Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers. You can't run! Never get out of here alive! This can't be it. It isn't time. I guess.
Fire! Hands on fire! Shower me with the...
Quietly now. Gotcha.
This should be fun.
Games.
They say you must have a death wish.
Don't be intimidated. The Archangel will be here soon.
Have a load of this.
No mercy! Phew! Time to go!
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
This isn't good! Out of my sight! Winter.
You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations.
So, you're another Fatui Harbinger? Like Senora and Child?
Signora and child. I didn't know you and my two least reliable colleagues were acquainted. I'm the Balladeer. Number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. Delighted to meet you, oh mighty traveler. So many visitors today. To what do I owe the honor? Oh, so that's what this... I think you've got the wrong idea. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be... You're getting all worked up over nothing.
How can you say this?
How can you call it anything more? They were always going to die. With or without a... Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the... For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world.
So...
From the outside, Inazuma looks... Eternity stretches things out over a long time. Take your friend and the reason... Just like a bubble on the water. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are.
Hey, calm down! No!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Miko? Paimon's been wanting to...
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always... People show you whatever side of themselves they want. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please. Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the trap.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine? And that I... Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the Balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleague's behalf. It would be more trouble than... I must say, Well, anyway, that Sangonomiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person.
A hindrance? Should you...
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is...
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
So, that place that...
The plane of euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child. The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The fear of loss. The truth is, you want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The key is that the plane of euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to
So this is your plan? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside?
You're a fast learner. Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, that you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because
Has no one else ever?
none. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say,
Wait, you're leaving?
anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
I will protect you. Leave it all to me. May I present?
We're gonna do it here? And what's...
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly accurate. Unless, of course, It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with a... The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand
Stop that!
You mean... perhaps it's because... I'm the...
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados?
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in your dreams. More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't... At some point, she started going down a path that became You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to... I have chosen the latter because... if stubbornly isolating her, then my duty as her eternal familiar is to drag her back out of her own head and in...
Aw, Miko.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly spare the sentimentality for the time being? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for Anti-Raiden Shogun Training Phase 2.
There's a part 2?
Gotcha. No. Game's up. Fun's over. How dare you! Busted. Stop that! You did quite admirably.
So, do you think we're ready to beat...
How do I put this? You're no...
Wait, what?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think... Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances? You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle. But when they've... Considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're...
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish, too.
I don't mean... It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that they're... In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove... Oh, goodness. Is that the time?
All of a sudden, you're entertaining guests?
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do?
Don't know. What is it?
You must understand this. The Vision Hunt decree was obviously Yes. This is now. We all...
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt decree, the Tenryou...
Yes. Thus, the current situation... Unfortunately...
So, what's
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou Commission.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said.
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. I mean, inciting a certain... If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the shogun. She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your... Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now. You're coming with me.
Affirmative.
Kujusara! It seems that you're forgetting. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face...
Ugh! Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell you...
All of you outside!
As you wish.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-sara. No one can match you when it comes to loyalty to the Shogun.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day...
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's
Oh.
Lady Guji,
The Vision Hunt and your masters.
You're saying the...
Yes, that...
Guji-ai, ever since I was adopted, he reveres the Muso no... How could he ever even dream?
3 days. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. And so...
She will have to come...
Wonderful.
That was so scary, but...
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say something because I clearly wasn't convincing her. As plans go...
Okay, but...
If we want to get...
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Toy Tanuki just turned into a human! What's the...
Not a Tanuki.
Is this? Oh, wow,
It belongs to the... Now, Kamisato. However... Here's what I need. It would not be appropriate.
You make it sound so simple, but...
For a complete out... But since the 3 commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relation. The Shoguns are... Don't forget...
Toma, you there? It's us.
What brings you here? Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the
Not just yet. We saw people.
So, it's still not over. I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. I used to think that she simply didn't care. The Tenryou Commission Meanwhile, but
as I recall, it's heavily guarded.
If only there was... That's a very toneless... But it's a reason. While they were preoccupied with that...
Great! It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this. Well, it certainly felt like this tea house Oh, man.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. This was a reunion of sorts.
Ooh, let's play the...
You're still?
The Tenryou Commission...
Alright, first let's...
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Extra large fart. As it happens, I made the but it's so power. Don't forget. Move.
Well, we got our distraction. Now we just need to...
You! The warrant is...
Oh no! How there are loads and loads of... We need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak in after I get the document. Let's also, if I do get caught, please come rescue me. Is this... Anyway, let's make our way to the statue. Careful does it. Watch out for guards and don't get caught.
Take it easy.
Firework is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Yoimiya, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way. Quick, run!
Mustn't let anything happen to the step.
Stop!
Yikes! What kind of firework is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Yoimiya, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way. Quick, run!
Well, how did it go? Well done.
I know exercise helps. I feel so... No, I can't sleep yet. I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about, so I just... Here you go. I'm going to...
My lady, what are we...
This sealed envelope. In addition, we have... Of course, it seems that Gujiyaya was right. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Guj. I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatu...
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun.
Again, we'll just have to trust Gujiyaya. She is close to the Shogun, so...
if Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the...
Lady Guji, here I am.
I knew you would keep your promise after all.
So, where is your proof?
Ah, how wonderful.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what we had to go through to get up...
Hand them to Sarah.
What is this? I see this document bears the official seal of the head of the Kujo clan. And it doesn't look like... I don't understand. Not a single word about the resist. What about the soldiers who gave their lives? Utter disregard for human life.
For the sake of the Vision Hunt decree, of course. Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy of all of the things you just...
So, the Tenryo Commission... They are deliberately deceiving the Shogun?
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefit?
This is a letter from the Tenryo Commission to the Fatui. The head of the Kujo clan kept this a secret from the Shogun too.
Well, surely.
So everything... This betrayal is unforgivable! Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do!
Kujo-Sara seems pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryo rebellion is successfully underway. Yep. Let's catch up with her.
Hold on, Traveler. There's something.
Huh?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue. You must find a way to... If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more, but take this with you as a farewell.
What is it?
The Omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. Or if you ever think about me...
Cut it out, Fox Lady. This isn't the...
I'm sorry.
You followed me here? Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. But if it turns out that you have been
Huh?
Master's orders.
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top. No one is allowed to enter.
Out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice. Strike!
I must withdraw. I must
Who goes
withdraw.
Soldiers, quick!
Gotcha.
As a good night shoe.
I must withdraw.
Yoo-hoo!
Get them. I must
Quietly now.
withdraw. I won't forget this. Don't hold back.
Gotcha.
Show me what you've got.
Here comes the catch.
Quietly now.
Strike a pose!
Withdraw.
Quiver! No turning back!
Get them.
Busted!
Withdraw. I won't. Train harder.
Stop! Sarah, have you gone insane? How dare you disregard my orders?
Master!
Go and ask him!
Master Takayuki, I've seen—
So this is how my documents went missing.
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand. Please tell me, Master. I need to—
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui and the diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed. And all they for too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. There is no shortage of clans who would tear us down at the first opportunity. So, when the chance arose to gain the backing of another powerful nation and crack down on our enemy, it appeared to me to be an—
But you worship the Shogun.
Betrayal! The Fatui may think when the lightning strikes in Inazuma, they shall— After, none can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun.
Yeah! He doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her power as a warrior.
But Master, ever since I was adopted by the Kujo, it's clear to me now, you hypocrite!
Selfishness?
Hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way. If he thinks the Kujo clan is a match for the Fatui, Paimon thinks he's in for a nasty surprise.
I've doubted the vision, but I chose to obey the Shogun. But now I so I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this.
Stubborn. Report to the Shogun if you— The Shogun is at Tenshukaku receiving a Snezhnayan diplomat. A harbinger.
Senor is the one behind all— Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said something about the Kanjo Commissioner meeting with an—
A diplomat from Snezhnaya.
Sarah stormed off! Do you think she's gonna go barge into You can sit! Alright then.
Take it easy.
What's going on?
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, I might have you learned.
Oh no! What?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours.
Then I apologize, almighty Shogun. I know. You can't get me out of your mind. Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me. With the— so you came to expose— I'm just a snez—
She doesn't take us seriously at all!
Stop talking about people. They were nobodies to begin with, and their name. Is that not the greatest on Almighty Shogun? That's ancient history. The Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest. These other mundane details you insist on. You? For what it's worth, I've grown. Before you go charging into I'm not sure.
I challenge to a duel before.
Proceed.
My, you're full of surprises. I'll admit that I never expect. You are aware that the A lesson on harbinger power and elegance? As you wish.
Yoo-hoo! Steady as stone. As a beautiful maid would.
Into the frozen void.
I missed a spot.
Quietly.
You've got some nerve laying your hands on me. Harbinger power has become burdensome. I will manifest my destiny anew. Await my emergence and tremble, traveler. You have reason to be. The pale flame smolders! The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors! Pale flame, lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering! In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated!
Busted.
Immolation! A cherished agony. Do you feel it?
I must leave no
Gotcha. How dare you shower me with praise? Shot's over.
All must burn! Embrace your searing reckoning!
Things are about to get dicey.
Embrace your searing reckoning! Who dare this? Call me a witch! So strong, but how? I am a Snezhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me. I swear, if you strike me, I will make sure... The Fatui will make sure that your precious Inazuma... Stop! I order you! And you! Filthy rats! All of you!
You are the enemy of eternity. But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
The Raiden Shogun isn't gonna let us off just like that, right? Oh, the air feels suffocating. It must be the Raiden Shogun's almightiness. One strike from the Shogun and now Senora is gone! She got what she deserved, but Paimon still can't help but feel upset. Why are they doing it? Why are the Harbingers collecting all the no-seeds? Huh? Traveler, you got a headache? Chin up. Let's get out of this place. Paimon feels... unsettled. Also, when the Shogun executed Senora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful. It seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat. So, to recap, Yaimiko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the omnipresent god. Oh, but we'll be like lambs to the slaughter, won't we? Oh, maybe we could put this plan on hold for a while? There's the sound of electro zapping in the air. Paimon can barely breathe. Traveler, are you okay? You're so silent. Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshukaku. Has a fight broken out or something? Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is, shall we?
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
So we meet again. Indulge my curiosity. What do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me? Oh? If so, then you underestimate me. Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt Decree has my tacit... The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long... Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with... What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having... Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted. Traveler, your existence is There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you, to put it another way. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on my people's behalf. That's right. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will. So be it. Well then, you who would... Do you wish to become the enemy of eternity, traveler?
Shower me with praise! Leave it all to me.
Inferior. Inferior.
Huh? Higher, higher, hands on fire!
Busted. Here comes the catch.
I'll catch up. Steady as stone.
Instabilities will be removed. Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
I am a disgrace to the knights. Stop that!
Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close?
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
We can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Gotcha.
Thunder.
Busted.
All will be
About to
settled.
get dicey.
sleep. No tea.
Your verdict is decided.
Cross over.
Quietly now.
Strike a pose.
Without yearning, all returns to silence.
As a good knight should. That's going back in the wash.
Time to go.
You've lost, eh?
Yes.
Why can you not trust your people? And these ambitions have transcended space and time. Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue? There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward. So are we to just abandon the notion of progress?
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that eternity. When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every Thunder Sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant. When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply... I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your never-changing eternity is the promise.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot, but I have experienced it all.
But eternity is far... Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, it must have been terribly lonely here.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here? You are obviously lonely. And yet, for the sake of eternity, you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness...
I... have nothing to...
But I have so much to say to you. Let me As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of... So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Seeing you again is a...
Since you are willing to...
What a childish Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, but with regards to eternity and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give it some...
You are the one who's been acting. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true for all eternity.
So what did you guys do in the Raiden Shogun's plane of euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt Decree abolished? Oh, gotcha. So maybe the reason Yaimiko is...
Why, hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler.
You literally told us to come
I was just...
Seems like someone's in it.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am most defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. As in, the little thing that looks something...
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too?
Oh.
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
You did what?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly? The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for... After A created her puppet vessel, as her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me. And I've kept it in the... She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis. So anyway... Really?
You intend to travel all over Tevat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip. As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have. What would you like to know about? Sorry, I haven't a clue. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia. That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship...
Don't worry, we're...
As for your brother's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it. I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my meat. After leaving Inazuma,
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars.
Yes, well, Sumeru is the land of the gods, but their obsession gives rise to some... In Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Knowledge is a resource?
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sage...
Lesser Lord Kus...
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kus... I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her, too. I wish you all the best. I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of
Morax told us. He said that the Electro...
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were two twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Twin gods?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or shadow warrior. In other words, she acted as Baal's body double. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not two, but one. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly, so there was no need for the public to know the truth. In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them.
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
That was when A began to change.
Paimon feels like she understands A a lot better now after finding that out.
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god.
Wow.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Still, there's one other thing on this topic that before A began modifying her own godly form.
So, you mean there are three?
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own... Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him... The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis. And the prototype puppet is now known as the Ballad.
What
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny? Are you sure? Okay then. Oh, Traveler, do you keep it safe? There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you.
Who in their right mind?
Okay, I'll stop. I see. But that is merely a... Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. Continue on your journey, and...
Take it easy.
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
trip. Thank you for completing.
Oh, coming through! Oh.
Hard hitting it. Time to clean up. Leave it all to me.
Hey there! A proper send-up! Watch out!
As a dutiful maid would.
Fire! Well, with frost.
It's showtime! Attaboy!
Say cheese! Coming at ya! Attack! That's the way. Hold that pose! Haha! Yeah!
Let's roll! Oh, coming through!
Your journey ends here.
Attaboy!
Your journey ends here.
Coming at ya!
Your sacrifice is ready.
Rubber send-off! From the Spino with love.
Pound into the ground!
Who wants some of this? Let's roll! Hey, I wasn't ready. Advance! Press the advantage!
Huh? Everyone hold hands! Higher, higher, hands on fire! I see everything!
Rally! Pull in!
Hey! I see everything! Sharing my knowledge! Time to shine! Go! Time to go!
Advance! Press the advantage!
Strike a pop! See? Cross over!
Charge! Rally!
Committed to memory! Higher, higher, hands on fire! Hey!
I got careless!
See? Everyone hold hands!
Advance! Everyone on me!
Time to go! This might hurt a little. Hey! Make yourselves at home!
You